All right, good morning. This is our submission for the Mizzou Tigerhacks 2023. This is Hossein, my name is Krishna, this is Habib, and for the cameraman we have Mohammed. And we have developed an application where you can look at news all over the world in one place on one interactive map.
Okay, so at first we thought, how can we get all of these news? So we used some news APIs to generate a database of news, then we needed to process those news. We wanted to use natural language processing and, to be specific, name entity recognition to be able to recognize the entities mentioned in these articles so we can pinpoint their location. But unfortunately, given the time constraints, it wasn't possible to develop our own name entity recognition. So we used a news API that already incorporated this feature. We used Alien and News API to build a database of news and the entities recognized from these news articles. Also, and then after collecting this data and making this database, we use Google Cloud APIs, for example, Google Maps API, to be able to recognize these locations. For example, when we found an entity, we did a query through Google Maps to give us the location of this entity. For example, as you can see, we have some of the news articles pinpointed at different parts of the world, so the user can kind of get the feeling of having news available everywhere in the world.
So kind of, if you for example, if you tap one of these, right? Not only do you get the title and what the article is kind of about, you also get a very immersive experience of being perhaps where it could be or seeing that kind of thing. So say I'm looking at a piece of news from some other country, I'll be able to see some snippet of the culture that I would not normally have sought out after. So say if I'm reading a news article, I would not have found it. But over here, you'll really be able to get a little bit more context on how it'll be.
Yes, also we decided not to give user a lot of options. So for example, in this case, we decided on 4 news at a time. So the user, as they move around in the map and explore different areas, different type of news, different news pops up for them, and they can explore and kind of get an immersive experience from what happens in the other corner of the world.
We don't want them to be too confused. We don't want to bombard our users with data. So we give them a few to choose from, and as they scroll through, more populate.
Yes, and we did most of these thanks to Major League of Hacking with the Google Cloud API and with the Google Cloud credit provided. We pretty much run all the inquiries through the we try to find a location using Google Maps, and then after finding a location, providing a street view for our news articles is also provided by Google Maps Street View. We also were thinking to incorporate Google Maps Aerial View, but due to time constraint, we were right there, but we couldn't make it to the final product. But we were thinking to show kind of a drone view of every building that entity is associated with.
Unfortunately, even now it's part of one of the United States, but in the future we hope to implement that and a lot of more features like personal recommendations and whatnot. So we're excited. Thank you so much.